Hey everybody, today I'm going to review the AWS Naval Strikes Support Class LMG. This thing is a beast. It's amazing close, it's amazing at long range, accuracy is incredible, and it has a decent capacity for an LMG. There's really no reason not to use this weapon unless you want something that hits a little bit heavier in the LMG class. To unlock it, it's relatively easy. You just need 3 LMG ribbons and destroy 3 vehicles as a support class. If you're really sneaky, there's multiple different ways you could possibly do this, but C4 is probably going to be the easiest way to go about doing it. And if you're really lucky like me, you can get the M60 and the AWS in the same go. Now, first off, I'd like to say the freaking iron sight is not that good. It's poor visibility. It seems to make your recoil a lot worse than it normally would be. I know that's just in my head, but it's kind of terrible. But lucky you can get the whole sight pretty quickly. And while that's not the best red dot sight, it's a major improvement to what you had before. Because this gun can really use red dot. Because believe me, the accuracy of this thing is amazing for an LMG. It's very, very assault-like actually in multiple different ways. Like some of the other LMGs, it does very assault-like damage, which is a maximum of 25 and a minimum of 18 over distance. And the recoil you'll find is very, very, very light compared to most other guns that you're used to in the support class. Coupled with the fact it has a fire rate of 780, which is very decent. It's pretty much middle of the road as far as most guns go. So you're not at too much of a disadvantage against most other weapons unless they're very high fire rates. But those guns just don't have the reach this thing does. And this thing's also amazing at hip fire. Unless they're rocking something like a FAMAS or AAK, you're actually probably have a good chance of killing them. It's pretty amazing finding a gun that works great at long and close range. And even more surprising that it's actually a support class weapon. And shocking, the reload is actually pretty darn quick. It sits at 3.5 seconds, which compared to many other LMGs with this capacity is pretty damn fast. And I can't think of any other 100 round capacity magazine weapon that actually has all this and a reload that quick. In fact, the only real negative to this is it has AR-like suppression and not the LMG's heavier suppression that you might be used to. And that's about it for cons. It's a beast of a weapon. It's easily my favorite LMG now in the support class, and I can't find a reason why you would really want to use something like the MG4 SAW. I guess, you know, some of those other ones you have a larger capacity, but really, if you can't get it done at 100, you're probably screwed up somewhere. And with that quick reload, it doesn't matter. Now, as far as attachments goes, red dot of choice, even an ACOG might be not too shabby on this for once. And I like to run with the suppressor. Those ones on the right, on the top right at least, is full auto, no recoil control. The one I'm shooting right now is burst firing, and the one on the right is full auto with some recoil control. And this is actually pretty good for 100 rounds. But the question is, would a heavy barrel be even better than this? And well, you can see here, this one I'm shooting right now is with some burst firing, and it's extremely accurate. Look at that. That's no bigger than any player at that range, and it's a little bit tighter than suppressed, but man, look at that. Now, personally, I like to be sneaky, so I usually use a suppressor since it's very accurate anyway, and it does drop your velocity though from 580 to 320, which is a bit, and those long range kills might be a little bit harder. But this thing, I don't really think I need it unless I'm planning on doing some long range shooting, and I tend to like to be up in the action, so I'd rather have that suppressor to keep me off the map. And since the hip fire is amazing, I also run a laser on it and a stubby grip, which really does help those long range full auto fires that you can wipe out groups of people on a hill. Now, if I was a one gun kind of guy and didn't switch my guns and just went for the best one in the game, at that point, it would easily be this one. There's no other better support weapon as far as I'm concerned. But I do like to switch my shit up. I want to use every weapon little by little, but this is the best. If you enjoyed my video, I appreciate a like and please subscribe. I have 2 other Naval Strike reviews there, the SW40 and AR-160. Both are awesome. Thanks, everybody.